Today's color code is PPU5-12. Let's get cracking. I'm James from thepaintpeople.com and welcome back to Color Code, cracking the code on color selection. Every color in Paint will have at least one code, and PPU5-12 is Almond Wisp. This Behr Paint color is part of their 2021 Color Trends collection, and we're going to go over its undertones as well as its LRV. But most importantly, we'll teach you how to use it, where to use it, and what to use it with. The 2021 color palette by Behr has proven to be a wonderful arrangement of calming, fairly muted colors that work together really well. We'll leave a link down below in case you missed our video on all of these colors. Behr Paint also does a great job providing a little tagline for each color that gives you an extremely broad summarization of the color's character. Almond Wisp is tagged as being comfortable and adaptable, and it's my sneaking suspicion that this is the reason that this color was requested by one of you for us to take a look at. It certainly seems to be a versatile looking color, and it's largely because of the fact that it sits in that gray-beige range of colors. But the reality is, this isn't your average creamy gray. If you want an idea of what this color looks like, look no further than its name. Now, it's not necessarily the same color as an almond, but it's closer to its outer shell, or perhaps a darker version of almond milk. This translates to a light taupe that possesses a bit of brown that is toned with both beige and red. The taupey gray quality interacting with its undertones can sometimes make it seem a bit peachy in certain rooms especially, but not so much that it will feel polarizing. It's not exactly the color for someone specifically looking for a warm gold leaning beige, because its creamy aspect is definitely taking a back seat here. In regards to its level of depth, its LRV is 60, and that places it right on that breaking point between light color and mid-tone. It will never really feel weighty because of the modern warmth it brings, but it can darken up areas and rooms that rely solely on floor lamps for their lighting. Where should you use it? Almond Wisp is pretty flexible, but its red undertone can sometimes pull it into a different direction when compared to your more traditional warm grays out there. You have to really be conscientious of that, because it can have some interesting interactions with contrasting colors. It's just about a touch too dark to highly recommend it as a main color, and also, its undertones may not suit everyone's tastes, but if you have darker natural wood floors, warm incandescent lighting, Almond Wisp can really make for a solid alternative to a simple creamy grayish color. It makes it unique and different, which is a good thing. It's not so dark that it would be an inherently awful idea to use it in a hallway, but it can be darker than it looks like on a color chip. I find it to be a great choice in a kitchen because of the surrounding cabinets, occupying wall space, which means your kitchen won't really feel shrunken down by its level of depth. I also find it to be a generally pleasant color to look at, and I always want to be happy when working away in the kitchen. What's a good trim color for it? If you're looking for an excellent complementary white for Almond Wisp, my current favorite would be a bit of sugar. It's very exuberant and light, but when you look at its extremely subtle undertones, it shares a lot of similarities to Almond Wisp. It has a touch of that beige, but also that hint of taupe in a combination of brown and gray, which matches up really, really nicely. Another trim color I could recommend is one of my favorites from Behr Paint, and it's called Polar Bear. It's quite similar to a bit of sugar, but I think it has a little bit less taupe and it may appear a tiny bit warmer as well. But it's an extremely subtle difference and you could have a very similar result either one you go with. What are some complementary color pairings for it? Well, let's start with some of the simpler choices and go with a dark taupe color like Grizzly. Grizzly would make a great choice as an accent color to go with Almond Wisp, and it has similar undertones being a taupe, yet it also feels almost suede-like with its addition of gray rather than black. It makes it feel less deep and dark, even though its LRV is pretty low. A second option would be to introduce a much warmer color in Canyon Dusk. This color falls into the clay terracotta category of colors, with its amped up peachy orange undertone mixed in with gray and brown to keep it feeling earthy yet vibrant. I would call this my second level of accent color, simply because it clearly has a different balance of undertones, but it's still relatively within that more muted scope of warm colors. The third color I would propose is quite a bit different, and it's a light lavender color called Posture and Pose. The only real similarities here is the LRV and both colors have a bit of gray undertones as well. Posture and Pose is a grayed out purple color that is sleek and sophisticated. This would probably be a good choice as a bedroom wall color, but where I see it working is more so in the accents within the room, like throw pillows and area rugs or even artwork. Can you compare it to other colors? A color that has an identical LRV within Behr Paint is Ashen Tan, and what makes this color a little bit different is it's desaturated a tad due to its larger emphasis on gray over the beige aspect that's present in Almond Wisp. Ashen Tan is a little closer to what we classify as a grayish, where it starts to feel ashy. A third color outside of Behr Paint that has the same 60 LRV and is in the same category of colors is by Sherwin-Williams, and it's called Agreeable Gray. We compared it to Benjamin Moore's Classic Gray in this video over here. Agreeable Gray takes a larger step towards gray and loses a lot of that red peachy undertone in the other colors. Let us know which color you want us to look at next, and currently subscribers are getting priority, so don't forget to hit that button if you haven't already. See you on the next one.